Hello and welcome back to week 1 of the European ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. We are moving into the semi-finals now, where we'll be seeing Canapper versus Nivek up first.
I'm very excited.
Yes, it's going to be really, really good. Remember, you at home, you can predict who you think will win before each match. Type in !predict, then the number of points you would like to spend on your prediction up to 10. Remember, that's where everyone starts with 10, how much you've got left, maybe you've been really successful, followed by the name of the player you think will win. And we still have a Scorpion bobblehead to be won along with a copy of the game. And as we go into these later stages of the tournament, predicting is going to become quite difficult.
And don't forget, guys, if you want to stay up to date in what's going on with these tournaments, you can follow ESL Mortal Kombat on Twitter. You can also follow NetherRealm on Twitter also. Stay up to date on what's going on with these tournaments, future tournaments, brackets, and basically everything to do with this league. And obviously, if you guys want to play from home, it's good stuff to follow. More information can be found on those Twitter pages. You have 3 minutes starting from now to predict this next match. As I've mentioned, guys, you've got some really cool prizes to be won if you're successful in all these reads. They are reads, in a way, and you've got 3 minutes starting from now. Nivek or Canapper, either way.
Well, we've seen, I mean, obviously we just saw Nivek up against Pulsar in a very, very hype, very quick 3-1 set, where we saw some crazy comebacks, some crazy combos, some ridiculous execution, and we are moving into the semi-finals where Nivek will be playing up against Canapper, who we have not seen play today, so I'm very, very excited to see who he's going to be playing.
Look, Nivek has shown us that he's got it in him to do well. I mean, as I've said, this guy is a Raiden specialist, and he has been forever. Raiden's very strong in this game, and he's showed us in that set that he's not afraid to make really ballsy reads, really good reads, really brave combo attempts, because a lot of Raiden stuff is quite tricky to pull off. And he's made 2 almost full health comebacks in 1 set, both of which he just didn't give up, and he kept it going. He has some crazy corner pressure, and he's not afraid to just go in and win that round when he wants to. And that kind of stuff will probably help him in the set. But that said, you know, Canapper he's in the top 8, so it's not going to be easy for Nivek to take this.
Well, every match is to play for, especially at this point. I mean, at this point in the tournament, when we're at the semi-finals, everyone still left of the tournament is going to be winning at least $100. But at this point, winning here guarantees you at least $300. So there's a $200 difference between losing now and losing later, or maybe even $400 if you manage to win, along with all of those placement points to see if you too can be one of those 5 places from Europe.
I was about to say,
massive amount of money.
I mean, at this point, it's not even just the money, it is those all-important points. The better you do now is more important than ever in this tournament. I mean, if you want those points, you want to be, who doesn't want to get sent to Burbank to play Mortal Kombat on the world stage? Like, you know, you want to be one of those players, and winning now is just a much bigger chance of you getting sent as one of those.
I would argue that the points are more important than the money right now. I mean, arguably throughout the entirety of the league, just because of what is up for grabs there. You are looking at what will be 16 of the best Mortal Kombat players around the world.
And you'll be one of them.
Yes, exactly. You'll be considered
that's something
one
to be
of
proud
the top
of.
16
That's something
players.
to be proud of.
That is what you'll be considered as by being present at that tournament, and you can do it from home. So if you want to find out how you too can sign up for those tournaments, do visit gg.esl/MKX Pro League to find out where you can sign up, because they play through every Sunday through until top 16, where the following Wednesday you will then get broadcasted live, just like this, on the NetherRealm Twitch, where we'll be talking over your games and seeing if you can win some money.
We won't be judging you, we'll be critiquing your performance. I might be. I don't know about you.
I guess we'll have to wait and see, innit?
I'm a bit more horrible than you.
I'm not going to really argue that.
That's why I'm wearing red. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the evil one.
Oh, no.
We're twins, if you guys don't know.
No, I'm sure it's not obvious in the slightest.
We're going to be setting up this next match now. It actually looks like Canapper plays Kenshi. Yes! I love Kenshi. People consider Kenshi to be a weak character. People think that he takes a lot of effort to win with.
But at the same time, we've seen Pick of the Hut make 4th in the week 1 of the American ESL Pro League with Kenshi.
To my knowledge, apologies if I'm incorrect here, but I do believe Pick of the Hut has once again made top 16 for this coming American one, with Kenshi once again.
I wouldn't be surprised,
I mean,
to be completely honest.
I mean, Pick of the Hut was such a ridiculously good Kenshi player anyway, but here we are again with these Kenshi players coming about, and they're doing really well with the character. I mean, he plays similar. He's a bit, arguably harder to play now, but he can still do the job, and that's the important thing.
But we're seeing possessed Kenshi.
I've not really seen much possessed Kenshi, so I'm really excited to see what Canapper can do.
But he made it to top 8, I'm assuming, with this character.
Oh, lovely. Teleflurry immediately. And here comes that zoning. For those that may not know, Kenshi is a keep-away character. He has no place wanting anyone to get anywhere near him. He's going to keep you away as long as possible. and that was a really good read on the teleport to try and escape any kind of corner pressure.
But if there's one character that can get in, it's going to be Raiden. He's covered in armor, he's got the meter build, and now he's in the corner. What could Canapper do to get out of this situation?
Unfortunately, in situations like that, I mean, you can't really armor Raiden. His Thunder God strings, they just chew through armor. So Canapper's going to be really careful here about how he defends. Another really good neutral jump punch.
Again with the execution. Oh wow, commits him Shocker. Maybe he just thought it was going to get blocked. Does make it safer.
That was a lovely read on the wake-up armor too, and that's going to be a full combo. We may potentially see a lot of these games be almost 100% Canapper trying to fight out of the corner. Raiden hasn't really got a hard time trapping you there.
Oh no, that's... First it was Pulsar, now it's Canapper trying to jump out that setup. I guess that's what the orb is supposed to beat. But again, you know, we saw it in round 1. All the damage Canapper dealt was mid-screen. As soon as he got cornered, this is what happens. He's going straight back into the blender. Will he get the 50-50? He does get the low!
It's wrong again, here's the low! He has to break in that situation, but... Ooh, I think
uses the plus frames.
Double overhead! That is such a brave overhead, but he was successful, and that's going to be game 1. Immediately going to Nivek. This guy is no joke. And this matchup seems pretty nuts. I mean, Kenshi's pretty much going to get cornered, it looks like. And his saving grace, the armor. You can't armor against Raiden because it's Thunder God specifically. These Thunder God strings, which hits rapidly, you know, one after the other. You can't armor that because one hit occupies the armor, and then, you know, like a quarter of a second left, here comes the next hit, which is just going to hit you out of whatever you've tried to do before your attack can even land.
And then if you're backed in the corner, your armor getting stuffed is going to result in you taking the damage, taking the hit, and then you're straight back into it again. How do you reckon Canapper is going to make this adjustment? Do you reckon he will swap character, variation? Do you reckon he's literally just going to try and approach it differently? Maybe
he may
change how he tries to get out of the corner?
It looks here like Canapper's sticking with Possessed. He's sticking with Possessed Kenshi.
Okay.
And like I said, if you lose a set, even if it's a really dominant match, sometimes if it's a 3 out of 5 and you've got 3 games to play with, it's worth going, you know what, I think my character was not the fault. It may be me not knowing the matchup as well. I may need to adapt to this or that or this or that. And sticking with that character and learning in the second game, you might stand a much better chance because you understand more about how to take it.
Well, all too often we see players make this sort of comeback. I mean, he's down 1 game, and like you said before, he's got plenty of games to make this comeback. So he's just got to keep himself calm, collected. That's very important. Playing at this level is keeping composed, making sure you're really not letting losses get to you, because the last thing you're going to be doing is being distracted by what's happened before. Just concentrate on what's going on now, and that's what I want to see.
As a defensive player, it's easy to get overwhelmed. If you're going to play your entire game about defending and keeping someone away, if you crack and you start to lose your cool, they get in much easier, and then it becomes harder for you to win with that game plan. But we're going to go straight into game 2. Raiden versus Possessed Kenshi once again, and we'll see what happens.
Cannot have it.
He's changed colour. I mean, he's gone from red to yellow, so maybe that'll help him. Who knows?
Oh, so Raiden wants the sword. They're fighting for the sword.
Here we go. Okay, first hit, very important. I mean, armor isn't amazing against Thunder God Raiden, but now he's got an extra armored move.
And 1 move in his corner, just like that. All it took was 1 move, but he has found his way out. Good combo confirm, 18%, not too bad. But again,
oh my god, that really risky Superman, but his read on it has been so good the whole time. He hits him out of the air as well.
I don't think Nivek expected that to hit, but Canapper, you know, doing a really good job of putting that pressure back on him.
He tags him with the low crouch. Kenshi hasn't really got a true overhead, really. He hasn't got an overhead starter, but you need to make that damage count. He did get a combo confirm off it, but unfortunately he finds himself back into the corner again.
With no meter, so he can't armor. He does have a bar now, though. Oh, but it's too late!
Nivek! And these crazy Raiden combos that he just keeps doing.
Well, we are on the cove, technically, so he has got those corner escape options.
We're on the cove. I don't see any water.
Yeah, alright, but you know what I mean.
We're on the future cove. I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, that was really risky. He jumped in the air. I think a neutral jump punch was coming there, but he just hits him out of the air. This will be a full convert. He has to break once again. Lovely read on that lightning ball, but unfortunately he does drop it.
Having teleports like that, it really helps you when you break, because people will see you break, see you with no stamina, and assume that you literally just can't advance until you get it back. So having that teleport means you can really move forward without them thinking, okay, right, yeah, he hasn't got any stamina, but he can still move.
Oh, unfortunately, again, it's looking all Nivek right now. Canapper just can't breathe.
Good use the teleport, but let's see what Nivek does with this. Canapper can still make this comeback, but again, he's out of the corner, but that might be it.
That's going to be a full whiff punish on the string. This looks difficult. This looks like a tricky match. I don't know how familiar Canapper is against Thunder God Raiden of this caliber, but this looks difficult. I mean,
even if you know the matchup, 50-50s are 50-50s. That's all I'm saying.
But it's
like,
the
even
fact
if you
that
know that matchup,
Raiden
you still have
Raiden
to
is getting
guess.
in. He can get in very easily compared to other characters because, you know, the whiff punishability of the Superman, the range on his strings, the speed he's got. Is it, like, I could be wrong, but is it a 5 or 6 frame forward one where he punches forward and that leads into a full combo?
I believe it's 5 frames, but I know they did a small adjustment which added some frames to certain attacks, so it may be 6, I don't know.
But I mean, the reality is,
but that's still quick. That's still fast.
Raiden has some of the best whiff punishability in the game. Kenshi is going to whiff stuff. He might accidentally.
He has to.
Because he has to keep you away. If he whiffs that one attack and you get that one hit, Raiden's corner carry will just, you know, see you later, mate. Like, you know, the corner carry is all a character needs, especially against a defensive character like Kenshi. I mean, if you're going to play a character like Kenshi, you need to be used to fighting your way out of the corner. People often say to me, like, you know, I'm learning Quan Chi, I'm learning Kenshi, I'm learning this defensive character or that defensive character, what shall I learn? And I'll always say, learn how to get off the ground without a wake-up attack. Because if you're going to play a defensive character, you're going to get cornered. It's just something you have to accept. So one of the things you need to learn is going, right, I'm going to be in the corner the whole game. What do I do to fight my way out? Or at least just do a good job of defending and winning the game while I'm there. I mean, it's one of those things because being in the corner is hard anyway.
Well, the thing is,
but if you know how to get out, it's much better for you.
Nivek is looking at one game away from at least 2nd place. And 2nd place, that's a lot of points. That's placement.
A lot of money, a lot of placement.
But think about it, if you continuously make it to this top 16, you continuously make those points and you get that placing, then that is you going to Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, to Los Angeles.
Las Vegas. Not quite. Not quite.
Maybe some other way, who knows.
But here we go, so we've got he has gone Possessed Kenshi again, and once again he's almost in the corner immediately.
He does miss out on the first hit though, unfortunately, which does give Raiden that one step closer to just all the armor he could ever need.
It's quite risky going for this, the armor there, because I mean, Raiden can shoot through it. He's going to whiff punish him right before it even comes out. Here comes the corner convert, full combo, and this is going to leave him standing into more 50-50s. Here we go.
Oh lord, this is just relentless. What can he do? Goes for damage. This is chip territory, and he knows it.
Ouch.
Nivek is showing no mercy right now. What can Canapper do to bring this back?
I don't think he can fight his way out. He just needs to... He tried, but just... Oh, he's getting tagged by so many moves that just put him back in the corner. Oh, here we go. He's going to have to fight his way out right now. Jumping back. A good jump back there.
Good jump kick. He now finds his way out of the corner. If I were him, I would literally just get as far away from the corner as he can, but looks like it's happening whether he wants it to or not. Thanks to the Superman. Does get a good teleport. Great read on that.
Oh, a lovely convert. A lovely convert. And that sends the opponent full screen. That's one of the important things. The opponent is sent to the exact range you want them to be.
Corner to Superman, and look where he is.
Oh, no!
I could have sworn that was going to work, but no. He is guessing. This could be it.
Here comes those 50-50s! And that's plus really nice armor. He fights his way out. He is not done yet. So close.
He has to watch.
A lovely read once again.
Does finish the combo, takes his first round of the set. Just like that. Canapper is fighting back.
He is not out yet. He is not out yet. There's still match point to Nivek though, so that's a lovely anti-uppercut. Tagged once again by the Superman charge.
It's like Nivek is just using the Superman dive to just really reset momentum. As soon as he gets tagged, that's it, Superman, and that's it. Just like that.
Keeping the pressure. Runs himself into the corner, but I don't think it matters at this point. One of the first combo drops we've actually seen from Nivek right now.
Good use of that for anti-air. I really like Canapper's spacing. He's just, he can't space because Nivek is just up in his face. Is that it?
Oh, that's
there you go. Nivek is your first grand finalist of week 1. Week 1.
Good
Nivek
stuff.
Is your first finalist.
Good stuff from Canapper though. I mean, that looked tough. That looked tricky. I mean, that looked hard to deal with, especially as a defensive player like Kenshi is. I mean, we saw a really brilliant round, a really brilliant sort of pullback where he fought his way back into the second part of that final game, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. And Raiden got his stuff going in the last round regardless.
Or just Nivek is putting on a show today for everyone watching, just really showing what this character is.
He's a show-off.
What this character is capable of, and just how terrifying he can be. So as you can see, Nivek is your first grand finalist. We're going to now have Foxy Grandpa versus Fasol. Will it be a Kung Lao mirror? Will it be the same variations? Will we see some character changes? What do you think?
Are we going to see a lot of low hats? That's what I want to know. If it's a Kung Lao mirror,
rhetorical questions don't count. You know what I mean?
Good point. I mean, if they both go Buzzsaw, then we're going to see loads and loads of low hats and loads of meter burn spins. But as we've said before, Fasol knows how to play. You know, we've heard that he can play Katana. We've seen him in these warm-up games where he's been playing Katana and doing some really cool stuff. So clearly he is familiar with this character. He's got the Katana card, which I guess by default means he plays the character, because why would anyone have an online card with a character they don't play?
I suppose. Unless the character's not playable.
But going into the
both
next match
players,
now.
both players in the next semi-final won their first games very dominantly, very convincingly, and now they're clashing up against each other. I mean, we didn't get to see Canapper play. Nivek we saw take his set really, you know, full on. So, will this be a close set? Will they both just be that aggressive? Will it be one-sided?
I would hope we at least get 1-3-2 set in this tournament. If it's not from Foxy versus Nivek, if Foxy advances, at least in this Fasol matchup. Because I've seen before, Fasol is a good player. He can play loads of games, he'll play a new game, and he'll instantly understand how to play this game.
But fighting game fundamentals is going to mean he's going to know how to keep himself composed.
Exactly. Especially against a character like Kung Lao, you need to be composed. Even if you yourself are playing Kung Lao, you need to stay cool, even if against your own character.
Well, it's a question of, I mean, matchup experience is obviously always important, always very, very important. But having a matchup experience against Kung Lao, you've got to have that at this point. If you're against Buzzsaw Lao and that low hat's coming out, you have to know how to deal with that. So even if you're learning it on the fly, you have to know how to really keep yourself together. So you're not just going to fall apart as soon as you get hit by a couple of low hats. It's got so many different properties.
I mean, it's very tense right now. I mean, we are now in the final stages of this tournament. You know, there's only a few games left. There is this match and then there is grand finals, and that's it. As of
I really don't know how to call this one. I mean, I know we keep talking about it, but it's a question of... It's going to be quick. It's going to be a fast game. But I know that Foxy can play on the back foot. I assume Fasol can. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Looks like we are going to be setting up for the next match immediately, guys. So please don't go anywhere. We are going to cut to a quick break while we get things prepared for you. Remember to keep your predictions in your mind as well. Get those on the table too. And do follow ESL Mortal Kombat on Twitter and Facebook, as well as NetherRealm, for updates on this Pro League. But we are going for a break now, so we'll be right back.
Peggy 18.
You no longer hold sway over me.
You will bathe in hellfire.
I was forged in it.